Hey everyone, I'm Erin with 5 Parks Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Today's class is going to support you through transitions with ease and grace. So we will be actually moving flow style from one posture to the next with a real focus on ease and grace, even if you wobble and fall. So I want to take a moment here before we begin to just thank my Patreon supporters, my YouTube members and subscribers. Without you guys, this would not be possible. So I'm very thankful for all of your support. It helps us just increase the quality of our videos. And for those of you who do not know yet, we have a sponsor this winter, Built. And they have been sending me Built bars, which I've been enjoying, and I'll just show you one. They are fabulous. They have a lot of different flavors. This one that I've been enjoying currently is the caramel brownie. I mean, you really can't go wrong with that. They are loaded with protein and are gluten-free, and the texture is amazing. When I have a Built bar before or after a workout or a yoga class, I feel very satisfied and not hungry at all, and it doesn't bother my stomach or anything before I work out, so I feel great when I eat a Built bar. And Built has a lot of other products as well, but the Built bars are what I've been enjoying most recently. So if you'd like to try a Built bar, we do have a coupon on our website, 5 Parks Yoga 20, for a discount on Built bars. So check it out if you get a chance. And don't forget that we have 30-day challenges on the website that are completely free for you and might help you get motivated to start a regular yoga practice on a daily basis, with lots of different, a great variety of classes that are offered to you during the challenge. So you get to sample a little bit of everything that 5 Parks Yoga has to offer. And don't forget, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do so. And while you're there, just hit the bell icon for notifications of new classes and challenges and yoga retreats and all the other good stuff. All right, so like I mentioned, this is a class to support you through transition, and it will be flow. And yoga flow is a great place to practice transition. And you don't have to be smooth and steady, but you get to practice that. And the foundation of steadiness in transition is the breath. So we're going to work on some pranayama as we get started as well, and then we'll just be moving from one posture to the next, even in all of its imperfections, falling out, stumbling, wobbling. It's all good and it's all welcome here. So let's start in an extended child's pose to stretch the hips, the lower back, and extend the shoulders. So you can bring your knees wide, bring your big toes to touch, and extend your arms forward. Rest your forehead down toward the ground. And this is a perfect place to begin practicing deep belly breathing. So as you breathe in, fill up your belly, feel it open and expand between your legs. Create space there. And then let's start with a big open mouth exhale. So listen to the sound of your breath as it comes out through your mouth, close to your mat. And let's do 2 more just like that. So breathe in through your nose, fill up your belly, feel it expand, and then open your mouth and just let it go. Let's do 1 more just like that. Deep belly breath. Breathe in through your nose. Let your belly expand and grow. Fill up with air. And then exhale through your mouth.
Begin to breathe in and out through your nose, Ujjayi Pranayama. Listen to the sound of your breath. Since your face, your nose, your mouth is close to the floor. And then just take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Again, noting that the theme is ease and grace during transition. So bring that to your mind before you begin your practice, your asana practice of moving your body. And let's take one more breath here. Very slowly and gently press up to a tabletop position. Position your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. And then let's move back and forth between cat and cow. So as you breathe in, come into cow pose, dropping your belly, lifting the crown of your head and your tailbone. And as you breathe out, rounding your spine. Back and forth. Breathe in, cow. Transitioning one movement to the next with your breath. Being very intentional about that, not rushing. Go at the pace of your own breath. It might be different than the pace and the rhythm of my breath. So making this practice your own, but just keep moving. One movement flowing into the next movement. One breath flowing into the next breath. We'll just do another round here. So cow and cat. At your own pace, and we're all going to meet back in tabletop position, and we're going to continue moving. So we're going to do thread the needle next. So lift your left arm up, and we're going to flow this. So as you exhale, slide your left arm behind your right, but don't set your shoulder down. So twist in your spine and reach, and then inhale, extend all the way back up to the ceiling. Look up, exhale. You can always peek at me if you're confused about this movement, but you're reaching and extending and twisting and then unwinding and breathing. And you're gonna do it again. And then come back to tabletop position, and we're gonna do that on the other side. So extend your right arm up toward the ceiling, look up, and then as you breathe out, you're gonna reach your right arm behind your left, but don't set down. So twist and reach, and then inhale, extend and expand and open, and then exhale, reach and twist, and again, unwind and twist, reach, breathe in, unwind, and then return to tabletop position. So again, positioning your wrists right underneath your shoulders. And then on your next breath in, extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. Now, take your right arm, I'm not mirroring you in this particular movement. Take your right arm to this side and your left leg to this side. Reach, and then come back to spinal balance. So back to center, back to neutral. Again, reach to the side. You can peek at me if you're confused about this movement, and come back to center, spinal balance. Again, reach to the side, come back to center. So place your right hand back down to the mat, bring your left leg off to the side just like you had it, and now set it down onto the floor. Position your left heel behind your left toes, and then you're going to just take a little gentle shove off of your hands so that you're coming up into a kneeling position with your leg extended. So breathe in, lift both arms up overhead, and then slide your left hand down your left leg. Reach your right arm up and across, and then bring both arms up overhead, and you're gonna just tilt yourself to the other side, bring your right hand to the floor, lift your left leg up, hold here, reach your left arm to the side, and you're just gonna take one knee to elbow movement. Extend, set your left foot down on the floor, and gentle press off of your right hand, come back, And then we're gonna do that again. So you're gonna slide your left arm down your left leg, come back to center, tip off to the other side, reach your left arm to the left, one little tap of your elbow to your knee, extend, press off your right hand, come back to center, and then come back to tabletop position. All right, so we're gonna do all of those movements on the other side. So now extend your left arm forward and your right leg back. So this is spinal balance here. Now extend your left arm to the left and your right leg to the right. Return to spinal balance. To the side. Back to spinal balance. To the side. Back to spinal balance. And then place your left hand down on your mat and extend your right leg back to the side where it was. Place it on the floor and position your right heel behind your right toes. And then just take a gentle push off of your hands. Come back up into a kneeling position with your leg extended. Reach your arms up overhead and then slide your right arm down your right leg. So you're taking a nice side bend here. Come back to center, both arms up overhead, and then come off to the left. So you're gonna place your left hand down on the floor, lift your right leg up. Now extend your right arm to the left. Nice long stretch. Now you're gonna take a gentle push off of your left hand, come all the way back up, and we'll do that again. So slide your right hand down your right leg. Come back to center. So nice, smooth, fluid movements with your breath. Lift your right leg up, extend your right arm to the side, come back, push off your left hand, reach up, and then return to tabletop position. All right, and from tabletop position, tuck all 10 toes under, and then you're just gonna lift your knees up off the floor to hover, and you're gonna hold here for 3, 2, 1, and then press back to downward facing dog. And just with this continuous movement, start to pedal your legs, bending and straightening one leg at a time. Breathing deeply in and out through your nose. And just take one more breath here. And this is movement here with your breath. Just settling into downward facing dog. Now place both heels down toward the floor. And then on your next breath in, lift your right leg up for three-legged dog. And then right away, just open your hip and bend your leg as you breathe out. Straighten your leg, level your hips. And then you're gonna bring your right knee to your left elbow. Just tap it. And then return to three-legged dog. Open your hip and bend your leg. And let's do that again. So bring your right knee to your left elbow. Tap. Three-legged dog. Open your hip, bend your leg. And then last time, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Tap. And then return to three-legged dog. Hips are level. Release to downward facing dog. And let's do that on the other side. So lift your left leg up, open your hip and bend your leg. Constant movement. So extend your leg, three-legged dog, level your hips, and then left knee, right elbow. Tap. Three-legged dog, open your hip, bend your leg, ease and transition. And then left knee, right elbow, tap. Extend, open, bend. And then last time, left knee, right elbow, tap. Extend, three-legged dog, open, and then straighten it out and release to downward facing dog. From here, let's keep moving constant flow into some standing postures and balancing postures. So returning once again to three-legged dog, lift your right leg up and then step your right foot between your hands for low lunge. Straighten through your right leg for extended pyramid pose as you breathe in, and then return to low lunge and place your back knee down on the floor. As you breathe in, come into crescent moon. So lift your arms up overhead with your knee on the floor, and then exhale, return your hands to the floor, and then breathe in and straighten your right leg again for grounded half splits, and then exhale, come back to low lunge. So you're gonna tuck your toes under, lift your back knee up off the floor, and then inhale, rise up to crescent lunge pose. Exhale, make your way to warrior two. Let's do one round of archers. So bring your back arm to meet your front arm. Make fists with your thumbs on top, and then inhale, pull back. Exhale, release. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, warrior two. So place your palms so they're facing the floor, and then inhale, 5-pointed star. Rise up, reach up, palms face out, toes point out. Exhale, come into prayer squat. On your next breath in, rise up, come into 5-pointed star, and then circle your arms around and exhale, prayer squat. One last time. Breathe in, reach up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, prayer squat. Breath to movement. Inhale, 5-pointed star. And then we're gonna return right back to warrior two. And then one more round of archers. So breathe in, bring your arms together, palms in fists. Draw back as you take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach forward. Breathe in, pull back. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse warrior as you inhale, and then exhale, come back to low lunge. Inhale, high plank pose. Flow through chaturanga if it's in your practice. Upward facing dog as you breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take one big breath here. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And let's do those postures on the other side. So as you breathe in, lift your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, extended pyramid pose as you straighten your front leg. Breathe out, come into low lunge. Take your back knee to the floor for crescent moon pose. Breathe in, lift up your arms overhead. Maybe look up. And then exhale, half splits pose. So take your hands to the floor, begin to straighten your front leg, fold over your front leg, and then return to low lunge posture. So tucking your toes under, lifting your back knee up. As you breathe in, come into crescent lunge, lifting your arms up overhead, and then exhale to warrior two. One round of archers here. So bring your right arm to meet your left, fists, thumbs on top. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, release. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, warrior two. So extend your back arm, palms face down, shoulders in line with your hips. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Reach your arms up overhead, palms face out, and then exhale, prayer squat, sink down. Inhale, 5-pointed star, and this time as we exhale, we're gonna come into goddess pose. So arms come to 90 degrees, palms face in. Inhale, back to 5-pointed star. Exhale, sun god pose. So arms come parallel to the earth, palms face up. Breath to movement. Inhale, 5-pointed star, and last pose here. Exhale, moon god. So bring your elbows in, palms face out, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Nice active pose. Deepen your squat. Breathe in, come back up to 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two, face the front of your mat. One more round of archers, so bring your right arm to meet your left. Make fists, inhale, draw back like you're pulling a bow. Exhale, release. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, warrior two, place your palms so they're facing the floor. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high plank, and if chaturanga is in your practice, exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, return to downward facing dog. On your next breath in, look toward the front of your mat, step, walk, or float to the front of your mat and come into a standing forward fold. Breathe in, rise up to tall mountain. Connect the palms of your hands over your head and bring both hands to heart center. And we're going to move through a standing balancing transition pose with grace and ease. So we're gonna come into tree pose to begin with. So stand onto your right foot, place your left foot at your ankle, calf, or inner thigh. And then you can bring your hands back to heart center. Take a nice grounding breath here. On your next breath in, you're gonna do a modified 5-pointed star. So you're just gonna swing your left leg out, toes point forward, and reach your arms up, palms face out. And now you're gonna cross your left ankle over your right knee and come into standing pigeon pose, bringing your hands back to heart center. So we're gonna do 2 more of those transitions. So as you breathe in, come into modified 5-pointed star. As you breathe out, come into standing pigeon. Take your time, nice and slow, steady, ease, grace. And if you fall out, no big deal. Come back into modified 5-pointed star. Return to standing pigeon. And from here, let's move into dancer's pose. See if you can keep your left foot up off the floor. You're gonna take your left foot from the inside, bring your knees to touch, reach your right arm up, and then just nice and slow and gentle, breathing deeply, kick your foot out behind you as you hinge slightly forward, but keep your chest lifted. And hold here for 3, 2, 1. Return to mountain pose. So bring your feet together, bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath here with your eyes open or closed. Feel your feet on the floor, nice and steady. And let's do all that on the other side. So we're gonna start with tree pose. So standing on your left foot, bring your right foot to your ankle, calf, or inner thigh. You're gonna hold here to begin with your hands at heart center. Steady focus on the floor somewhere out in front of you that's not moving. And let's do that breath to movement. So moving into your modified 5-pointed star, your toes point out, your palms face out, reach up and out, expand, and then exhale, come into standing pigeon pose. So crossing your ankle over your knee, sinking down into your chair position. 2 more times, inhale, modified star. Exhale, standing pigeon. And star, breathe in, and pigeon, breathe out. Star, breathe in, and then move it into dancer pose. So bring your knees together, take your right foot from the inside with your right hand, lift your left arm up,
Steady yourself with a nice solid gaze, and then breathing deeply, slowly, and smoothly. Start to kick your foot out behind you. And hold here for 3 and 2 and 1. Return to mountain pose. Bring both feet together. Bring your hands together. Maybe close your eyes. Feel the steadiness of your feet on the floor. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Knowing that your breath is an avenue toward grace and ease during transition. You can always steady yourself that way. Breathe in, tall mountain. Reaching your arms up overhead, maybe looking up. Exhale, standing forward fold. Come all the way down. Take a halfway lift, extend your spine long. Exhale, standing forward fold. Plant your hands on the floor. Step back to high plank pose. Last chaturanga if it's in your practice. Lower down. Upward facing dog, lift up. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And then come down onto your shins, cross over your ankles, and make your way down onto your back. We're going to continue to move and flow with the breath. So once you're down on your back, make sure that your feet are flat to the floor and your knees are bent. You can just draw your heels a little bit closer in. Rest your arms alongside your body, and we're going to just flow through some bridge poses. So as you breathe in, lift your hips up off the floor. And as you breathe out, lower your hips down without touching them to the floor, unless you need to, and that's fine. So breathe in, lift, and breathe out, lower. As is true with this whole practice, we're going to keep moving. Go at the pace of your own breath, not necessarily the pace of my breath. So if you're going slower or faster, that's fine. We'll do around the same many of bridge lifts. And what's most important is that you are moving your body with your breath with ease. Even though this is challenging and it's working your body, you should feel ease in the movements. All right, and we're gonna do 2 more. I'm gonna do 2 more, so your pace might be different. This is my last inhale and exhale for bridge pose. Once you're done, just set your hips down on the floor, your back down on the floor, and then just gently draw your knees into your chest. And this is going to be a little bit of core work, but it's going to be the same. We're going to move side to side. So take your legs into, well, if you want to, you can take your legs straight or into a 90-degree position, and then take your arms out to a capital T position with your palms on the floor for support. So let's start off. You're gonna take your knees to the left. See if you can do this without setting them down. So it's a deep twist. Come back through center. You're gonna do the same thing to the opposite side. So bring your knees to the right. Try not to set them down. Core work here. And then you're gonna flow back and forth. And again, you're gonna go at your pace, which might be different than mine, but you're moving with your breath and listening to the sound of your breath. While this movement might be challenging, can you take the transition between each breath and each movement with some ease and some grace? Knowing it doesn't have to look or be a certain way.
Okay, and wherever you are, I'm going to do one more to each side. So I'm doing one more to the left, one more to the right. Come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. And let's do a hip stretch. We're going to take reclined pigeon. So set your feet down on the floor. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. So we've been here, but we were on our feet. Now you can stay right here or lift your left foot up off the floor and hold on to your thigh or your shin. And just hold here for one more breath. And release. Switch sides. Reclined pigeon. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Maybe you take your foot up off the floor and hold on to your thigh or your shin. And release. Release your left foot down to the floor, and let's come into our final posture of class, Savasana. So extend your legs long, feet fall open, arms rest alongside your body, palms face up, fingers and toes are relaxed. Let's take a cleansing breath together. Breathe in through your nose, hold it at the top. When you're ready, release it through your mouth. Come back to the natural rhythm, steadiness of your breath. Just remembering and knowing that your breath is the avenue toward grace and ease, even in challenge, whatever you're going through. You come back to your breath. It's always available, and if you practice your breathing, it's going to bring you more grace and ease in your life. Lie here in stillness. Lie here in relaxation. I invite and encourage you to remain in Shavasana for as long as you have time for. Thank you so much for joining me for class. And today, as you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. From my heart to each and every one of yours. Namaste.